The 2022 election is not that far away. Republican candidates are already announcing for U.S. Senate and to run for governor against incumbent Governor Brian Kemp.
11 Alive's Doug Richards taking a look at a new approach the Republicans now are sampling for the next election cycle.
When Democrats won 3 statewide races in Georgia last election, it was due in no small part to overwhelming support from voters of color. So how might Republicans try to undermine that support in next year's election?
Donald Trump is the Republican Party.
Former Democrat Vernon Jones was on a right-wing cable channel called Newsmax, touting his likely run as a Republican for governor against Brian Kemp.
We have to get to work.
GOP businessman Calvin King produced a video showing him with former President Trump to tout his U.S. Senate candidacy against Democrat Raphael Warnock. In a party where white candidates have dominated and last year lost big statewide races in Georgia, Republicans of color are stepping up for 2022.
We cannot survive as a party, as a white people party.
Republican Leo Smith has been a vocal advocate for Georgia Republicans to broaden their base and to include more voters and candidates of color. Next year, the Republican insurance commissioner incumbent will be a native of Mexico, John King.
Bring on the candidates, bring on more ideas and a competition there. That's always good, regardless of whether or not they are of Mexican descent, like John King, whether they are a Black American or white American.
Smith acknowledges Republicans will need more than just diversity to beat Warnock in the Senate race or to beat Stacey Abrams if she runs for governor. Democrats say Republicans can't undo their own history by merely producing candidates of color. Democrat Eric Allen is running for lieutenant governor.
As I said, the message that Democrats have, across the state, across the country, it's one of inclusion, of acceptance. And I think that is what resonates, regardless of the messenger.
Smith says that the challenge is that any Republican candidate running in next year's primary of any color will have to run as a hard right conservative in order to win the primary. That, he says, will make it much more difficult for the Republican to win in November.